I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my ref balls. Okay, I'll turn these off for now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm really just going to isolate a small section here and just worry about that. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so now I can start kind of posing this out. Let's get a solid pose here. Have maybe one hand come up like this and grip it this way. I might have the other hand not necessarily grip as far. Grab some of these fingers, just throwing some basic poses in there. So we know this is going to be landing first, so I'll pop this back 2 keys, and let's make sure that our other IK lands, let's say 2 keys later. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, and just creating interesting poses. You know, one is gripping over the side, one isn't, you know, just coming up with kind of fun poses. Okay, so then we just kind of fill in the information back here. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of a hop out of here, which means I'm gonna go ahead and take the body, start it with that anticipation into the jump. I could move the hips up a little bit later if I wanted to. It's not in camera, so we'll deal with that later. Bring this forward, bring that forward here. All right, so now let's go into just our next pose. This is gonna be our reversal right here. Right, so let's work into this. I want to get a double reversal inside of here. And what a double reversal is even though this is going to overlap, I want to get this push off feeling like we pushed off from the chest. Okay, because this is where our range of motion is right here. We're pushing this way. Down here and getting a really big anticipation. So we'll do a pass on, let's say, this guy's clav right here. Going in for the reach, the contact, and then the push off here. Get this clav nice and high, and the push off down, which then would bring our clavs down on that side till we get to the pose that we're anticipating here. So in altering the clavs, we lost a little bit of the power of that push off, which means that I do want to get that to feel like a push off. So bring this back this way. Okay, and bring him a little bit, I'd say probably further back here, so we can get that rear leg push off. Overlap the head just a hair till we get to a real nice pose we'll deal with then. Okay, so he'll technically probably still be on fingers here. Here we can stay still connected. Okay, we'll mimic heel raise inside of that, and then get a nice push off pose there, and then bring this back to get a nice opening arc. Okay, now we'll deal with the rear side of the body. Okay, so we're locking our IKs here, keep them on the ground, and where can we go until we have a push off? I would say probably right there. And again, I might enable stretchy later, right, just to fix some pops. Then I can see here, do as much as I can with the IK, but with creatures like this, a lot of it is going to be in the toes. There, where you get a nice kind of push off and go into here. Same thing, and I'll worry about offsetting this later. Getting this facing forward. Next thing I'll do is I'll pepper in some clavicle on this side. All right, so when we're up, kind of hang that up, hit down here, and our lowest. Love exaggerating some clavicle. When we get to our stalker pose, get it from very kind of cheetah tiger style, and then during the push off, smash that down. which of course we all know is going to then force me to push my AK a little further because we got a little bit more room, which is good. All right, so we know this arm planted first, which means this arm left first, which means I want this arm in its upward arc position first. Okay, because I want to get a real nice, offset like this. So this can be in more of a down back position because I want to make sure I get that really nice following arc. Okay. All right, coming into the legs. Let's see here. Gotta get those push-offs happening there. This one we can still have in our push-off down. See that? So we're kind of revert, what the arms are doing, the legs are doing opposite. If this arm leaves first, or the opposite leg leave first. Okay, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna take the lower spine, start getting our offsets on this, push off on the opposite leg this way, just like we do for a quadruped, and then we can lerp up to our opposite. Okay, so now we get a nice body push off. Shift my timeline up. Let's get a real nice C reverse C shape out of them. Okay, getting that kind of arc, which means that our IK legs are gonna be what land first. Okay, and what I want to happen here is because our legs are landing first, I want to start leading with these toes. Okay, we can have this one start that reach forward, and then this guy come out of it, which means that our lower spine is going to be favoring that side. We are then going to be favoring this side on our landing. Okay, moving on to the arms. All right, we know that this one is the one that landed first, so it's going to be creating our arc right off the bat. Let's keep this one more kind of paw shaped on its way up. Let's crank this clav up, like towards camera a little bit, and then stage this a little bit more towards camera by popping this guy out. And I'll see if we can get just a little bit of a silhouette inside of there. All right, so let's move it forward. This is where we overlap on our landing. So C reverse C. And we'll see if we can pull his head up a little bit while still getting a slight bit of menacingness out of him. Okay, so now at least we have the arc of what's happening, of what's going. I think part of this is the arms coming down so slow and the fact that he's not overlapping on the upper body here is hurting us. So let's add that back in, just like our spheres, and make sure that when we're here, we're getting a real nice upper body overlap. So we can probably push this a little bit further and sheet this up, and then have the overlap on the head occur here. And then if we want to make ourselves feel better so it doesn't look broken, we can just add some of that overlap here. Here is where we are on our big C reverse C. Get this down as far as possible. We can judge with the head. So this way you get a nice reverse C inside of here, right? And just really push that, especially here. Let's start overlapping them here. Get this chest, push this forward because I really want this to feel during our big overlap pose that this is coming back. Really push this up, get this head up here. Yeah, see, just by altering that, how much better that feels?